Welcome to day 60. We made it, day 60. 2 full months of Tai Chi. We have more Tai Chi happening in these last 2 months. Amazing. Thank you to all of you who have been on this journey. I'm going to do a little bit of saber up and hello Maura. And what I'm going to do is start with the seated version of the saber. So if you do not know that, follow my arms. Just try to do what my arms are doing. And if you know the version, you can do seated version, whatever you're comfortable with. And I'm just going to pull this down so you can do a bit better. And we always do a set of something before we really start into any particular, and that's so that make sure we have a flow of energy started. We're not coming in with all the emotions of the day on us. We get a chance to let that saber. You can use a wooden spoon from you can use from the wrapping paper. You can use a paper towel. And you can just use a stick, whatever is comfortable. And if you don't have, just use your hands. Just follow your hands along the same way. It's actually quite nice to do it that way. I have a short seated saber. It's a shorter one. Keeps me away from the chandelier. All right. Hello, Charlotte. So we're just going to start off with a saber seated version. You can do standing if you wish. And everybody here and on target. So bring it in the bow and let that go. We're just working on creating a flow of energy and let that through. So the hands are going to, right hand is going to come underneath and this is going to flow out. It's going to sink back. A little bit of awareness into your right foot. Let that come through. Putting the hands out. Left hand is coming up to the top. This is going to go down. The blade is going to roll up. Then there's going to be a sink that comes through the spine. Spine lines up. Push a little bit into the left foot and spiral around to the right. The blade turns over and we're going to come through. Let that come through and turn. One more. So we go forward. Prefer to do it. Awareness into the left brings that around. Hand goes to the top. Awareness into your right foot. Awareness into the left foot. And each time you put a little bit of awareness, that helps to turn you in that direction, nice and gentle. Left foot comes through, and this is going to come around, out. So now, goes around the left, fall forward, all the way around, and out. Right hand is coming over. A little bit of awareness in your right foot, a little in the left. All the way around. Let that go. Okay. Right foot. Then the blade is going to come up, drops, and comes up by the breath. Over, into the right foot, to the left. Change hands, put the blade into the left, and you're going to expand. Let that go, push into the left a little bit, comes up to go all the way around. On the left, hold the flowers that way. This is going to go underneath the hilt. Expand. 2 hands for a chop. Pull up. Left foot is going to have the awareness. All the way around. Down to your hip. This is going to go up. Let it swing through. Blades, fingertips go onto the arm, and we have down and up. Lift that right up through the spine. Down and up. Down and up. So there's awareness in the left foot. This is going to go around and out. Back into the right. Hello, Jeanette. Comes back around, 2-handed chop. Round, all the way around, fall into the feet again. Slide down so you can feel that change in your pelvis. Changing hands. This is going to come around, 2-handed straight again. You've got that change. Up towards the sits bones, open, and let that go. Okay, so now, if you haven't done it before, you're just trying to figure out where I'm taking this saber. That is Tai Chi. Start at the beginning, be very patient with yourself, just start to get used to what the movement is. Put awareness into it. That means just put a little tiny bit of pressure there, not a lot, just enough to engage all the muscles. So if I push into my right foot for a moment, it immediately pushes me back. And I can move a layer. If that's too much, you're just focused on what am I doing with my hands. Okay? And that's totally fine. For those that have been doing either standing or seated might be a little bit easier. I'm going to ask you. We are looking for the places where the stillness is. And this is for the theme for today, which is going to come from Carry the Tiger to the Mountain. We're just going to take it from saber for a moment to find where you have the ability to attack being in quote. You're not going to attack, but you just find that place option to make the new choice. That moment of pause. And that's what we're looking for in the saber. Okay, so it's a little bit different than doing. Okay, so let's try it. Follow along with the hands. Those that have been doing it for months. I'm going to try to lift up through the spine and then before you move around to the next move. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we start. The hands are going to come up and lift this into your left foot, and it leads you. This is good. And right here, the tailbone is going to roll back just as you come forward. Pushing into the feet. And there's a little bit of awareness into the right. It comes back out as you push into the left. There's that pause right here where you go to transition and push. Nice. Suspension of that spine. It rides. That suspension there. Down. And this is going to come up. Spine lines up. Everything is straight. Let that roll over. And that's going to go a little bit of pressure in the left and the spine rotation. Okay, so here we come. There's a pause there. Pause there. And around. Again, pushing down. And this is going to go over comes through and around. Around, sink. Nice. Okay, so over. Nice lift all the way through, falls forward. Lift all the way through again. Bend into the right foot, down. There's just that bend all the way around and down. Push into the feet, into the right, into the left. This is going to roll up. The spine, sink. This is going to go through, so there's a pause there. Push. Over. Right to left. Left. Change hands. Expand. So it goes up. Sink. Up. Sink. Pause. Over. Left foot underneath. Expand. Up through the spine, open. This is going to come down, sink. This goes right up the spine, lines everything up. There's that pause. All the way around, down to your hip. And then it keeps going up. There's that pause, through, push. Come gliding out. A lift, sink. Up, open, lift up. Down, lift up. Down, lift up. Goes all the way around and down. Push into the feet. Pause over. Pause back. And then it goes open, 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 open. Fall. Fall. Lift. Sink. Comes through, changing hands, all the way around, sink. Crosses over, lift, and then just let that go. Okay. This is where pauses were. And you could notice, in just thinking about the set that way, you could notice all the places that you went from right to left, forward to back, rotate, and come out of it. And then the spine would do an up-down. Rotate, spine would go up-down. So you have that option of transforming dimensional ways of moving. So one way would get it moving one way, and then... So I'm hoping you found all those pausing moments. All right, and Jeanette, I see you have a comment. Really choppy. So, Jeanette's just saying it's too choppy in BC where she is. Too many people working on their computers. So if that's the case, I know she'll be tuning in later. I know that happens. We had a little bit of trouble there yesterday too. Okay, so that gets us that little part. And now what I want to do is go into the theme. So I'm just going to come a little bit closer and I'm going to read from the book here. So I'm hoping the rest are still able to be on. So this is from Looking for the Golden Needle, an allegorical journey by Gertie Geddes. And I've read from this book many, many times. I adore the writing of Gertie Geddes. So here's what we're going to work in some of the movements. So the first part is carry the tiger in your arms and then return to the mountain. We've referred to it as carry the tiger to the mountain. So we've got it shortened. So that's a little bit different. Or yang. When it is yang, the tiger is authority, courage, prowess. Often painted to frighten away the enemy, and it terrifies demons and spirits. When the tiger is in conflict with the yang celestial yin, the quality of earth. Performer, the tiger represents all forms of energy, and is with these energies that we have to learn to deal. We have to direct our energy in such a way process of the body, and we have to use it with intelligence, not allowing it to become totally depleted, but always retaining a reserve. By carrying your tiger to the mountain, you return your energy to the stillness until you're ready to start again. I just have this quote at the top of my dissertation. This is exactly everything that I have been trying to share. Healing ability. We have the opportunity to instigate that innate healing potential. We have a better chance when we're in a group to bring it together, because it's the connection of other people within our energy field that have that innate healing potential. But also how you approach everything. So if your tiger, if you're able to stand in front of the tiger and not run and be afraid, you're able to stand with the tiger and I'm ready, and you can be still, that all of the emotions that block the energy flow. And that, by putting, we are calming emotions, we are taking the experiences of our day through the system and not stop and block. Participate in Tai Chi. Then we have the potential to have something happen in our day where you have an emotional reaction. You go, oh, I wish I hadn't been, or I had done, or I should have done this a different way. We have all those thoughts, and they pop and they create disharmony, create blocks. What we do with Tai Chi is allow our day to just completely progress and flow. So any of those things we can pull out. So if we're carrying the tiger in our arms, then we're saying we have conquered, we're ready, we have a balance, and we're going to return. And the mountain is of chi, how the flow of chi is coming up and down through the spine. And so between those two, we have the potential then to ignite the innate healing. The more time you spend doing activities that create energy flow, the stronger your immune system is, the stronger your ability to heal is, everything away. Okay, now that I've given you that, it's so exciting that that's what is within doing all these Tai Chi movements and why it's so important to keep meeting here every day. Okay. So I am going to put the tiger in your arms and return. It's a different way for me to say it. I'm going to do those two actions from the Tai Chi set. And I'm going to do them again now that you're thinking about that potential. Because when we change intention, that also changes. If our intention is to ignite healing potential within us, and this particular process that we have conquered the tiger, we understand our emotional baggage, we are letting it go, we're letting it transform. As soon as we're holding on to that tiger in that way, then we have the potential for that innate healing. So I asked you in the saber set to notice where those pauses were, that moment of movement, how the spiral came around, how the spine opened up. And that's because those are all the places in these little pockets. And they just keep flowing all the way through. And a great way to be able to notice that. Okay, let's do. So I'm going to do this as a standing version. You can see, because it would be exactly the same way. you would just be sitting. It doesn't have to be different fun. Okay, let's start. Your feet, I'll just my feet. Here we go. Okay, so feet are shoulder width apart. This is my, I'll just turn a little bit. This is my front. Okay, so I'm facing, my hands cross and the arms are forward, so they're not close to, and then you have this bowl of energy just sitting right here that you've been able to sink. Open the back. And now you're going to push your weight into your right foot, and the left toe, or leg actually, is going to spiral around to face the other leg, and then you the spine. So this is where you're carrying your, place the foot, through, brush knee, wiping the sleeve, sink down into that left leg, palm to palm, sink. Open the hands, sink. Comes back. So now you open the back, the whole right leg is going to turn around, hands come around, they go past lower dantian. Okay, and then it depends on which movement we're going to do. So the first one, make a T, sink, step to your side, spiral, step into the corner, okay? So we have a few things in there that I'm going to play with intention-wise. So try it in. So you have everything relaxed. Now if you remember all the emotions that go down the spine that we talked about before, a chance here to let them go. So turn that left toe, sink back, and come. So we've dropped this, we're letting go of the tension and emotions that we didn't process that allowed us to lock. Maybe we weren't breathing very deeply. Breath go nice and deep and push. Sink back. So this is the whole right side comes. You bring your fingertips past, which is where your energy goes. Turn the hands over, sink. Step to the side, and this is going to push across, sink. Step into the corner, push out, sink. Okay, I'm hoping you felt a little bit more. So we're going to try. So, sink, sink, open, push, sink. So now this open, push, open. Now those hips keep opening from one side to the other side. It's going to turn all the way around. And lift, drop, step, reach out. If you let everything relax, here, right in here is all, you take the weight on, and this whole left side spirals in. Everything, the whole thing spirals in. And then when you sink back, right here, this leg, and it opens. So you have a flow that's going to come through that you might not have. You also have this open. If you spend a lot of time seated, this is not moving very much. As you shift into the right leg, this left leg now opens, and then there's a little bit to come around. But it's created this beautiful spiral. When you come right here, both hips open. This is going to spiral here. Then it, and so what you've done is opened each hip joint. Part, they open together, and then this in, like the other side. Come up, which is nice, everything's lined up, but then you drop, opening the back. So step, this is open, so you've allowed that left leg to just completely let go, and then there's this spiral action that brings you a sink. And now you have an open and then a sink. Okay. That can just hold you back from so many decisions. You know, well, it's not time yet. I don't have enough time to do that. One day I'm going to, all of those things. Hold in tight. Let it go. If you're like, wow, I wonder what's going to come my direction next. I wonder what I'll be able to do. Now that I've tamed this tiger, what's possible now that I've tamed the tiger? Through this whole opening, okay? So I said, and that one had this one here that came through. I think I need to do it again so you can just feel it. Then I'm going to shift in the next part of the set. Okay, so you have cross, open the back. Sink over to the right. Left side turns the whole way. Sink in the back. This is just nice and open. Comes through. Sink. Open. Sink. Two hands. Sink. Now this comes back to the hip. All the way around with the right. Swing up through the spine, sink. Open. Whoa, sorry. T with the hand. Push. Comes around. Into the corner. Push out. Okay. So that is the carry the tiger. And that happens from the transition from part 1 to part 2. From 2 to 3. And that one doesn't have a whip out diagonal. It comes this horizontal. Okay? So just repeat it because it has a different thing that goes with it. So sink. Turn. So there's that foot. Sink. Open the back. I can feel my left hip at the back. It's like, what are you doing? I haven't had this much freedom for a while. Sink. That felt kind of nice. Kind of sore. Go out. Okay. Now this is going to come back. And this is going to go out. So my foot's going to only go 45 to the spiral through. This is whip out horizontal. So it's, and now the foot goes straight forward and reach out. Okay, now I'm going to go into the next part because this is really important. Turn the left foot to the corner, hold the ball, and now step all your right foot 45, and this is where you're no longer reacting to things because you already know what your vision is, so you know exactly where you're going. You don't have to react to things because you're actively participating. And that's what happens in this little piece here. Number 5 goes to the right. I love that move. Let's do that one again. So let me, I've warmed up. Obviously, I found a way to get the thermostat going here. The wind is so cold today. Crossing the hands, drop, open the spine, drop, open the spine. So sink right, and that spiral of the whole left side comes around. Now I can feel it a little bit further up my back. Sink back. Now I'm feeling it on both sides on my lower spine. Sink. Two hands go out. Sink back. Open. The whole right side is going to come around 45 to your front. Up. Place the foot. And this is going to spiral out. Okay. Now you're going to sink back into the right. Left leg to the corner. Hold the ball. And now this is parting the hole. We've done a lot of work over the last couple of weeks with the figure eight. And out. Hands come in. Out. Hands come in. Expand. Hands come in. Last one, hands go up. Yeah, beautiful. Some yoga and Ayurvedic readings yesterday, trying to understand. They have their language and the way they describe their language and the way they describe things, and we're doing the same thing. Just trying language is matching with which, so where exactly are they? There's some key movements in Tai Chi through the fluidity of the movement between the spiral actions, multidimensional, between the spiral actions, the up, downs, and the side to side. Move here, did a whole bunch of deep breathing means change the tendon status. So if we are allowing to just to the ground and we let our back go, the spine starts to open. The tendons that connect to the spine and connect to our mind, all our processes and emotion. If we calm all the emotions, they will all harmonize. If we don't calm the emotions, you can have one emotion, you will have disharmony sitting in that little spot, and it throws out the whole. So now that I said that, let's see if we can calm everything a little bit more. Back. Turn, sink. Let that go. Bow and arrow comes back. Palm to palm goes forward. Open. Sink and push. Sinking. This is the right foot goes around. Right. Sink. Let everything open. Come through. Sink. Back into the right. Ball. And now your figure eights are coming out in a diagonal, corner to corner kind of thing. Here's number 4. And one more brings you to 5. Okay. Oh, and I just had snap, snap, snap. The vertebrae all moved into position. Okay. So, a little transition piece for you. Let's break it down. This is then when we did the first one that had a little bit different. So you end up here. This is like step up to raise hands. You sink back into, and as you do that, I don't know if you can see, my elbow is totally relaxed, touching my knee, and it's just floating. Here it's going out to the side, but it's floating. So moves here. Okay, so if I'm here, it floats, it drops, it opens. Now, if you have your fingers closed here, this is a positioning thing to either send energy in, and then when it goes to drop, when they open, that's a possibility. You just engaged in it. Okay? And then you, parting the horse's mane, you've got your emotions. Carried the tiger to the and let this really beautifully just come around, fingers open. You're not holding the ball, you're holding the ball this way because the ball's in here. And then step, and then figure eight happens. So the hands turn over towards each other and your hips change. So it's multi-dimensional. So I come around, so my hips turn to square. I sink down into my left foot. I start to spiral as my hands in, and my whole body spirals with me. So I'm sinking and squaring here. This goes to change, and there's a spiral that comes all the way back, comes right to the hips. We'll do one more. So here it comes. Step, and then this is going to spiral right out. Yeah. For you to get the greatest benefit. So now you've done it enough times. I hope that's enough for you. Feeling inside what the spine is doing. So, carry tiger. I hope that allowed you to just calm right down. You remove language. That's one piece of interpreting you don't have to include, and it'll allow you to go into the movements, into your body, center and ground so much easier. If I'm talking, you can't center and ground. Okay, so it's in there. I hope you're feeling that down, that sink, and that push that comes back out of it. All right, so that comes from, I'm not going to go through set today. I wanted to use that pausing that I find for you in the saber. So what I am going to do though is one more time. Only words that I'm going to try to say are where the pauses are. So where you were carrying that tiger, and you're like, ah, I got this. Right? That pause, that moment of aha. That's what we want to find in the whole movement. And it's going to come through with the figure eights as well. Okay, so one more time with where the pausing moments are, where you have that moment before you. Okay, and that's the key piece for trying to find peace. is right in that space. So sink there. Here, just like in the middle of the movement, sink. There's that moment, sink. Comes back. So here you have it up here, right before the top. Up at the top here, and then square. So now, there. Hold the ball. There's your pause. Sink. Notice it has a rise and fall. There's your pause, sink, which comes right through the middle of the figure eight. With the figure eight, everything joins and then it changes. So I was chatting with someone today. Figure eights are how we work within the fourth dimension. Really, she said. Okay. I'm hoping you're feeling the difference of that. Lower back. Be writing these 2 points right here. Noticing I have really started to manipulate and move. So that's wonderful. So what I'm going to do is move from the Tai Chi set into the low set. And this is for new people. You accept to show some different ways to look at different movements, produce different results in different depths of tissue. So I'm just looking at my list here. I wanted to make sounds at the east and hit the west. The green dragon stretches his claw, and then the 9 circulate emergence of the golden pill. When you make sounds at the east and then you hit the west, you move the water flow from the left to the right, the yin and the yang. Where there's been a block between yin and yang, we're actually going to just get rid of the block, and it just flows. That's that little piece. Green dragon reaches his claw, so this is new possibility. And then we come around for 9 the emergence of the golden pill. We hip in, out, around, back, forth, all the way around, and there's 9 different versions of where that's all going to go. In the lower, the golden pill is lower dantian, where we store energy. So 9 circulations is all the way we have energy flow. It comes through that movement to engage and expand lower dantian, so you have more energy, which is your point, right? Okay. Just a little bit into part 1 of low cup, and we would have come around, and your hand would have come up. Right hand up towards the face, and then there's a sink right here where you drop from the spine, and the hands go over towards the left with a little bit of rise, sink to travel towards the right, which turns into a hold the ball, and then with the left foot, hold the ball. Looking familiar, isn't it? Step out with this move. Okay, I'm just going to back up just a little bit so you can still see my feet. Okay. Now, what happens here is you sink back into the right and turn over. So we've talked about position of the pelvis. So we're going to come around with the foot. You're going to plant the foot, plant the hand. So it's really grounding you where you are. Hand reaches out, which is your hand, And you're going to dig your right foot behind you. And then you're going to rise up, 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 up. Space. And then you sink back into. Turn that whole. Hands are going to cross. They pass each other. And then you have a one-legged danu, which we worked on this last week. Sink. Rotate the whole way around. Transfer the weight, which means you now open the left side, which continues to step onto your right foot. And this is a toyu, and you're going to bring your hands together. Aren't touching, but they face out together like a funnel. Okay, so we have a few things happening there, but you can feel how this completely is again. Okay, so we have gone back. So the right hand is coming up towards the face. Sink. You look over to the left. Sink. So you're opening that spine. Just keep massaging it. Holds the ball. Here's your figure eights. Here's 1. 2. 3. Now, sink back into the right. You feel that lower back. Plant the hands and find your grounding. Push up through the top of the head. Claw the sink. Turn that left side. Expand. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Shoulders changing on the right and left. Slide down to that danu. Rotate all the way around. That opens up the right side. Opens the left, but then spirals it in. Place that weight into the right foot. Through and out. Okay, that's the slow motion version. Let's get less and a little bit faster movements. You can flow it together a little bit. Okay, so comes up, sink, sink. Reach. Reach. Extend. Okay. So I sneaked. My hips, knee wasn't in the right spot, and I didn't have my balance. So you saw me do that. Those were some of the things I went a little bit too far. So I need to just back up a bit. Okay, so let's just try that again. Okay. So you are here. Lift, 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 lift. Sink. Open. Round. Relax everything, just let all that tissue move. Comes back. Sink, extend, up, through. Okay, I've given you lots to think about. You've had a lot of chance to try using some of those movements, finding the pauses in the moment. I hope that you get to explore a little bit further. For those that found it too choppy and you have to come back, I appreciate it. All the best. And if I have Australia and India and Ireland, thank you, because some of you, it's early, early morning, and I appreciate that you get up. All right. Thanks for being here for day 60, and I'll see